I could say it was the genuine love out the gate. I mean, just coming in, nobody knows me. Like I said, once I got out, I was met with the love in the parking lot. And sister didn't know who I was. Shout out to Pam Jordan for showing love on day one. But she was like, hey girl, hey, welcome to the Z. I'm like, thank you. That felt good. That was assuring for me, like, yep, I'm going into the right place. And it's got love and it zooms out in the parking lot. So. Family. It seems, that we are a family. We're there for one another when we need to be. We may not be blood related, but I could reach out to a Sister Robin, or I could reach out to a Pastor Jay, or I could reach out to a Jeremiah, like, hey, I need some information. Can you help me learn something here? And the family is always, they step up to make me feel like I'm part of the Z community. Well, I did a purchase and I needed to have a handyman. They say Jesus was a carpenter. So I guess Jesus, because I have been looking for a church home for a while. So Jesus decided to show up as a carpenter to do some repairs in my home. And his name was, at that time, Jesus came through the Spirit, and he was Sean. I can't remember Sean's last name. Thompson, yes. And Sean showed up, and he was in my office, and I was putting up this big old Murphy bed. He was like, oh, you went to church. Oh, you a minister. Oh, you this. And we just began to have conversations and dialogue. I said, yeah, I'm looking for a church, but I don't want a traditional Baptist church, because that's not going to be my judge, so to speak. I need a church that's going to be high praise and ready. He said, oh, you need the Z. You need Zion. You ought to come check us out. So I took the card, waited about 2 Sundays, and then one Sunday morning I just got up and said, I gotta go. And I hit the door running. And I saw the card, and service was at 10 o'clock, and I think it was about 9:15. So I was like, oh my God, I gotta hurry up and get out of here. So when Sister Pam caught me, she caught me running in the door, right? And then I get inside and I began to just give God praise, because I had to get here. It was one of those mandated things where you just unction and prompt. Like, this today is gonna happen. I didn't know it was gonna be the Z, but I'm glad it was the Z, because it was the experience and the praise and the church that I was looking for. So he invited me, I showed up, and that was my one day, and I've been here over a year and some change now. So there's no place like the Z. If you're looking, for a place where you can truly express your love for God, if you're looking for a place where you need to get some healing, if you're looking for a place that you just need to be ministered to, you need somebody to encourage you along the way, Zion is that place. We will meet you where you are to help you get where you need to get with God. Because we don't always know what it is, but I know a place where the Spirit of the Lord does dwell, and Zion is that place. So that part right there is a little interesting, because when I came into Zion, I wanted to hide. I wanted to sit in the background, not tell anybody that at ministry, that I come from a background of ministry over, 30 some years. I kind of just wanted to sit and do nothing and just, come to church. And I'm like, don't nobody know me. So I thought, right? But then, it came out, God won't let your gift be hid, right? And what I thought I was going to sit on, I couldn't sit on even if I wanted to, because, when ministry is in you, it's in you. So you're going to drive to where you can help and where you can impact, the kingdom and make a difference in somebody's lives. So it just kind of stirred up instantly. But then it took one of the other pastors, knew me from Milwaukee, which I didn't know him at the time. I was just like, oh, you look like somebody I know. Well, lo and behold, I worked with his twin brother, and he left the cat out the bag. She's a preacher. And once that cat got out the bag, there was nothing I could do but get to work, and I wanted to get to work anyway, but you know how they say God's timing is not your timing. I thought I could sit for a year and just be a member. Nobody knows who is. Show up Bible study, show up on Sunday morning, show up at the different experiences. But God had another plan. He pulled me out the cave real fast. Said, nope, you've been hid long enough. Now it's time to work the work. So the work that was in me for ministry is real. I remember just saying to somebody last week, they asked me in regards to preaching engagements and honorariums and stuff. And I had to remind them, I don't preach to survive. I preach because I'm called. Which means this is a mandate that's on my life from God. So there's no time to sit on the gift. So I just had to get in where I fit in and say, okay, Bishop, here's everything I've done. Here's my entire ministry portfolio. Not that I'm bigger, greater than anything, but when ministry is a part of who you are, you can't sit on it. So therefore, I've been trained very well, and I knew since it's out the bag, let me share, here's where I'm at, show me where I can be of help. And that's what he did. He been pushing me and stretching me and pulling me since then. But I don't take nothing from it because I feel like it's God redeeming time, making up for the time where I thought I was here and I really wasn't. And him just doing the work in me so I can help somebody else get to the finish line. Yeah. Ministry is real. If I could, I would preach all day long. Well, something about it, the ability to know you're making a difference in somebody's life, right? And it ain't all about the clothes and the tune. Yeah, we call that the gravy. I enjoy it. But getting the satisfaction of knowing that what I'm doing in ministry is possibly changing somebody else's life, giving somebody hope, helping to advance the kingdom, I'm all in. I'm coming in running. And that's why I got my running shoes on. I keep on running. Because 99 and a half won't do for me. So my one day changed my life in a matter of a year and a half. My husband, who remains always in the background, and he always say what she said, but he always said to me, he said, when you find it, I'll come. Because then I know you found the right one. He said, because when you'll visit, but once you join, you found the right one. And glory be to God, I found the right one. There's no place like the Z. None. My husband's coming in. He's coming out of his shell. So before long, we're going to be working. I'm going to prophetically speak that. Together in ministry. So I just believe God. That prayer that Bishop talked about, that assurance, like I can't see it, but I believe that it's coming, a faith thing, right? So, I don't know. I tell people all the time, 2 things I know for sure you can't take from me. I was born to ride my Harley, and I was born to preach. You could take everything else you want, but you can't take that from me. That's my gifts from God. Because when I'm riding, there's nobody that can minister to me and talk to me but him. So that's me and him time. I could say he's the beast tamer because it tames the beast. But also in taming the beast, God also deals with the preacher in me when I ride. So that's why I say you can't take that from me. I was born to ride and I was born to preach. So I'm going to do that regardless.